Vice President Bruce Alexander. Other members of the board include Reverend Dr. Curtis T. Walker Sr., Tim Miller, Veronica Sims, and I haven't seen Jason Haas yet, but he should be here. Other special guests with us, Jeff Fusco from City Council, Linda Mobian, Frank Communal is supposed to be here, Leah Jones from Senator Sherrod Brown's office, Rich Swirsky, John Donofrio, Sandra Kurt from County Council at large. We'd like to thank you all for coming out. Before I get started, another distinguished guest is our mayor, Donald L. Plasquellic, and I'd like him to come to the podium.
Thanks, Dave. I always have a weird sense of humor that I haven't lost, by the way. But Dave said, I told him that I have another engagement tonight. Peacemakers having my last meeting, I should say, not their last meeting, but my last meeting, if you know what I mean. And I told Dave I didn't have long, but he said, look, I want to introduce you and I want to say nice things. And he said, here's our mayor, Don Pasquale. At least he didn't say shitty things. I should be happy. Thank you, dude. But I really am honored to be here once again. I don't know how many years that you've been doing this, but I've been here most of the years to just say thank you. At the end of the year, it's appropriate to recognize people who do the most difficult job, or one of the most difficult jobs in our society. Deal with kids who have difficulties from their family life or societal problems, or difficulties because they don't really have any guidance or help or assistance at their home, and you, teachers, right there on the front line, have to deal with all of those problems, and we expect you to do it and do it well and do it just as well as the teachers in Hudson. And isn't that nice? It's not fair, but I learned life isn't fair a long time ago, but the importance of what you do in these young people's lives can't be overstated. And so for whatever number of years, I want to say I've come back here the last time to just say thank you. I have been blessed to meet and work with in a partnership, a true partnership, almost all of the folks that have worked on the school board and the school superintendent, especially Dave James. It has been a wonderful relationship. I think we've held up our share of the bargain. And in today's world, a mayor can't really be a successful mayor if he or she doesn't understand the importance of educating their young people and the city's future. So why wouldn't every mayor be involved? I think we've tried to do that. I believe, honestly, that in the last 10 years or so, that this school system has made so much progress, has made sincere effort to try to do everything that you can. And I wished, as much time that I've spent on other things and on education in Ohio, I wished I could come up with a solution so that people could accurately and honestly measure the hard work that you do under difficult circumstances. I don't know when that will ever happen. But until then, having an appreciation dinner, to take a few moments to say thank you, to recognize outstanding teachers, but most importantly, just to say that we appreciate the hard work that each and every one of you do every day, is what I think my role is, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to do it one more time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Also, I'd like to recognize Councilwoman Marilyn Key. See, this time I didn't have a senior moment. I remembered your name. And Ginger Baylor from Congresswoman Fudge's office. The importance of teachers in our lives cannot be overstated. Great teachers mold the lives they influence. They inspire us, encourage us, and help us achieve our dreams. But I found something that might bring more clarity to what makes a good teacher. As with all good recipes, the ingredients for a teacher's success in the classroom are quite simple, easy to follow, and allow for personal interpretation to enhance the results. Primarily, a teacher's goal is to motivate students to reach beyond their grasp. A good teacher helps the child realize his or her strengths and encourages and challenges the student to learn through those strengths. The best teachers are the ones who teach to the whole child. Their vision of education is not limited to the tangibles of academic achievement, but encompass daily doses of compassion, flexibility, communication, humor, imagination, and the willingness to be open-minded. Good teachers don't speak negatively about their students to anyone. A good teacher is not threatened by parent advocacy. Remember, no one knows the child as well as his or her parents. Good teachers are always willing to try new approaches for delivering the information. But perhaps a child can best explain what makes a good teacher. A child may say, "My teacher smiles at me. My teacher really likes me a lot. My teacher misses me when I don't come into school. I learn a lot in my class. It's okay. My teacher will show me how." Jacqueline Ansess, a researcher at Columbia University's Teacher College, says, "The most powerful factor in transforming students is a relationship with a caring teacher who a kid feels particularly connected to. It is the teachers who make such an impact that students seek out many years later, and reconnecting with your students can be a highly rewarding experience. Not only does it give you a chance to see where your students ended up, it also gives you the chance to hear their gratitude and to truly know the kind of impact you've had on them. Whether it's via Facebook, emails, or phone calls, students are looking to reconnect with teachers who show that they care, because it's these teachers who are likely to make the longest lasting impression and have the most positive impact on their students. So again, welcome to our 2015 Teacher of the Year program. And next up at the podium is, if I can get this thing to stop moving, is Lisa Mansfield, Board President of the Akron Board of Education. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Mansfield, and I am a proud Akron Public School graduate from North High School. Thank you. And APS parent and an Akron Board of Education member and president. Oh, Sonia, I'm sorry. They asked me to share a special teacher memory, and what I actually did is I just kind of sat there for a minute, and I thought about, can I remember all of my teachers in elementary school? Now, of course, I just graduated a few years ago, so it shouldn't take me that long, actually. I have my 30th anniversary from North this year, so I sat there and I thought about it, and I thought, I can name every single teacher I had, from Mrs. Fickus at Harris, all the way up to having Mr. Hersig and Mrs. Stone at North. That's what an impact you make on people's lives. I can sit here and quickly rattle off my elementary teachers. It takes a little longer when you get into middle school and high school because there's more of them, but I can also think about my specialty teachers. I can think of Mrs. Flynn and Mrs. Miller at Harris. Those, I mean, we're talking almost 40 years ago, and that's what an impact you make. I remember each and every one of their names. You are making that kind of difference every day in Akron Public Schools, and thank you for that. I'm getting all emotional. As you know, this time of year, it's a time for us to celebrate all of our students and recognize our staff and rejoice over all of our district's accomplishments. Today, I'm happy to be here with you for all of our teachers who work tirelessly day in and day out to ensure that our students are successful. I understand this event has now grown to more than 540 guests. So I think we should take a moment for a big round of applause for this sold-out Teacher of the Year event. Maybe we need to start looking for even bigger venues, but I can't think of a better problem to have than to run out of space for a program that recognizes our teachers. We know that your days are sometimes long, I would say always long. And there are times when you may feel tired or unappreciated, but please know that we are forever grateful for all that you do, even 40-some years later. Every day, thank you for supporting all of our students. As both a parent and an APS board member, I thank you. Your work and dedication to our students does not go unnoticed.
Good evening. My name is Bruce Alexander, and I serve as the Vice President for Akron Public Schools. I am also a graduate of North High School, and unlike Lisa, I cannot tell you. But I can tell you one teacher who's a teacher, a coach, and a mentor, and today is still my friend. And that gentleman was named Richard Rogers. I will never forget him. He was like a dad to me, a big brother to me. He made sure I was going to go to school and learn. He made sure I wasn't going to get in any trouble, even when I wanted to get in trouble. He would not let me get in trouble, but he was always there for me. And so I always enjoy talking about him because he has made a great impact in my life. And I believe that if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And he's made a positive impact on me and my family. And to this day, we are still close friends, and I love him just like a brother and a dad. Words cannot express how much we appreciate all that you do for our students. I've had the opportunity to visit many schools, classrooms, and programs this year, and I know that you've given your very best to our kids. I am always impressed with what I see and proud to represent Akron Public Schools. A quote appearing on our APS website this week said, "A good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself, so light the way for others." Like my colleague Lisa, I'm happy to be here with all of you to salute our best and to say thank you to all teachers. Let's enjoy the evening and celebrate you, those who make a difference in the lives of our young people each and every day. Now we will hear from board member Tim Miller. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. It's very humbling to be up here in front of all the teachers and guests this evening. I always was getting paranoid already. It almost reminds me of getting up in front of one teacher and doing my science fair project. I've got a couple of teachers, and sort of, oh my God. But I have the distinct honor of recognizing teachers who were awarded the Thomas Edison Award of Excellence this year. If one person at every table would please grab the table tent on your table, take a look at it, pass it around. It has the names of all of our recipients on that. It's just a testament to how wonderful our teaching staff is on how many names are on that table tent. So if you would pass that around as I say this quote from Mr. Stephen McConaughey, PhD from the Academy CEO. Quote, "Schools and teachers are awarded the Thomas Edison Award for Excellence, strive to provide students with hands-on education opportunities. Science is a subject that is best learned by doing. These schools and their teachers are finding new creative ways to engage the students above and beyond traditional methods. The students will benefit from these experiences as teachers continue to develop our next generation of scientists for Ohio and the country. In addition, having volunteers from industry and academia to review these applications provides a great perspective from those who use science daily." Unquote. Now, I'd like, as I name the schools off, if the teachers who are in attendance from those schools would please stand to be recognized, I greatly appreciate that. First, we'll start with local CLC. We have teachers with the Thomas Edison. Next, I'd like to recognize Akron Early College High School. Please stand. Next, the teachers from East CLC. Could please stand and be recognized. Teachers from Firestone High School, please stand and be recognized. Higher CLC teachers, please stand and be recognized. stand and be recognized. Miller South School for Visual and Performing Arts teachers. Anybody here? Please stand and be recognized. National Veterans Hall of Fame STEM High School teachers. Please stand and be recognized. National Veterans Hall of Fame STEM Middle School. There we go. Round of applause, Kent Middle School. And last but not least, Cyberlink CLC. I also have the honor of talking about some other teachers who won some other individual awards. Their names are included in the program book. If you are here when I call your name, if you would, please come up to the podium to be recognized. Mr. Mark Zimmerman, theater director in the Akron School of the Arts at Firestone High School. The theater production of Bowie has been invited to appear as part of the 2015 State Thespian Conference as a featured full-length show. If you could, congratulate Mark. I saw on Facebook, so he might have had something else going on this evening. Mr. Eric Matthews, marketing teacher at North High School. Eric was selected by the Ohio Association for Career and Technical Education for regional and national recognition as New Career and Technical Educator of the Year. Next, we have Mr. Douglas Beda, teacher, Miller South School for the Visual and Performing Arts. The Ohio Music Education Association named Douglas the 2015 chair of the All-State Orchestra. The All-State Orchestra performed at the OMEA Professional Development Conference in Cleveland. Next, we have Mr. Patrick Doherty, teacher at Firestone High School. He's National Scholastic Art Show Award winner. Next, we have Kate Ferguson, teacher at Firestone High School. She was awarded from the Marching and Symphonic Bands Awards this year. We have Kate Ferguson again, Firestone High School Wind Ensemble performance at Cleveland State University with the Cleveland Winds. And then lastly, we have Mr. Lee Gibson, teacher at Hopeful CLC for the Woodwinds performance at the Ohio Music Education Conference. Next, I believe up is board member Veronica Sims.
Good evening. You guys look marvelous. I mean, simply marvelous. As you know, my name is Veronica Sims, and I too am a member of the Akron School Board. Before I get to the business at hand as to why I'm here for you today, I just wanted to take a moment or two. Oh, I meant to mention, I'm a proud graduate. Are you ready? Drum roll. Thank you. Garfield. Before I get started with this, before I hand today, I just wanted to say how privileged that I feel for the past 3 years to be a part of this extraordinary recognition, celebrating our dedicated teachers. I honestly look forward to this event. I know that we are here and will highlight specific works of this evening, but I wanted to take a moment to simply say to each and every teacher and administrator of Akron Public School District, whether in this house today or not, thank you for your commitment and for your dedication, for bringing your A game each and every day to the well-deserving students and families of the Akron Public School District. And for those among us who make the sacrifice to extend themselves beyond our district to help improve the educational system, not only in our region, families, but across this country, I say a million thank yous to you. Tonight, we are presenting the 2015 APS Ambassador Awards. The Ambassador Awards are presented to educators who present or publish on a state or national level. These individuals, trained by Akron Public Schools, share their expertise with others in order to improve their profession and extend their own learning. The ambassadors recognized tonight are listed in your program. Ambassadors, if you are here tonight, please stand at your seat as your names are called.
Good evening. I am not Jason Hogg. I'm a member, my name is Curtis Walker. I'm a member of the Akron School Board and have the privilege of being a member of the school board for over 15 years. We are extremely grateful for the dedication, the service, the commitment that you as administrators and especially teachers have given to our students. Like my colleagues, teachers have had an exceptional and a very important role in my personal life. And one particular teacher, who happened to be my pastor's wife, as well as our youth leader at church, would always encourage us, not only in school but outside, to do our very best. And so she would simply say to us, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. You do that every day with your students to encourage them to be better than they are now. So we congratulate you on your continual success, not only in the classroom, but as evidenced with my colleagues and myself, look what you've produced. So we thank you for all of your effort and your work. And so tonight we want to honor ambassadors and the following persons: Robert Kubrick Jr. and Catherine Bobeck-Lavitt, and their title, Best Practices in Making Manifestation Determinations, published The Best Practices in School Psychology, June 2014. So if they are present, if they would stand. Margaret Oliver, and the title, Math Supports Your Younger Students, published in Autism Asperger's Digest, May, June 2014. Again, Margaret Oliver, titled Independence Days, published again in Autism Asperger's Digest, July, August 2014. And she was not finished again, Margaret. Title, Your Mini One-of-a-Kind, published in Autism Asperger's Digest, September, October 2014. Again, we congratulate each and every one.
In the presentation category, Margaret Oliver. No, I'm just kidding. Kelly Barrett. Kelly here? Well, she's not here, but the title of the work is Embedded in Meaningful Assessment of a Student and Teacher, presented at the National Dance Education Organization Conference, Chicago, Illinois, November 8, 2014. Rosemary Bakari, Diane McBride, Patricia Mark Berry Lampert. Title, Getting to the Root, presented at Kent State University 2014 Annual Reading Conference, Kent, Ohio, October 13, 2014. Deborah Holiday and Margaret Oliver. Title, Cognitive Theories, Practical Applications and Interventions, Enhancing student achievement through parent-teacher communications, presented at the milestone 12th Annual Autism Spectrum Disorder Conference, Cleveland, Ohio, June 18, 2014. Shirley Leyba, Patricia Markberry Lamper, Sarah Wahlberger. Title, Writers Writing Everywhere, Leggett Community Center, presented at the GAR Annual Educators Conference, Akron, Ohio, October 28, 2014. Jackie Ridley. Title, Life as a Burmese Refugee. Photograph and information on refugee camps in Thailand. Presented at the TSOL 2014, Columbus, Ohio, November 14, 2014. And next we'd like to call back to the podium our fearless leader, Lisa Mansfield and Bruce Alexander.
All right, next up is our Shining Apple Awards. These are selected by the highest ranking senior students in each of our high schools. These exemplary students name that very special teacher that provided them the guidance, motivation, and support at some point along their educational journey. As I call the name of each Shining Apple teacher and nominating students, please make your way to the stage.
Top student Brittany Mosley and Christy Nelson. Can you come forward? Brittany writes, since my freshman year, Ms. Nelson has always believed in me, had high expectations for me, and told me I could do it. She has pushed and motivated me to do better because she truly wants to see me succeed. Even when I was not in her class, she would always be willing to help me with my essays and anything else I needed help. She is an outstanding teacher, and I'm glad to have had the opportunity to experience her work with me. Next from early college is student Ethlyn Tran and teacher Tom O'Neill. Would you please come forward? Ethlyn says, Tom O'Neill is a remarkable teacher who knows not only how to push you, but also to be patient to watch you move forward. He is incredibly encouraging and uniquely passionate about his teaching. He is insightful, humorous, and spontaneous. He devotes his work, is inspiring. One of the most memorable lessons I learned from him was not always to focus on the dream, but to also focus on the journey. He showed me it's about learning as much as you can on your journey there. Tom O'Neill.
He wanted to remind us he's also a Viking. He was actually there when I was, but he's good. All right, from East, Catherine Barat and Tom Zliniak. That's the teacher. Sign up, please. All right, kids. This is from Catherine about Mr. Z. It's literally impossible to put into words how much Mr. Z, Dad, has influenced me and the multitudes of other students through his unconditional dedication, perseverance, and most importantly, his passion. His uplifting spirit, bold attitude, and witty personality capture his students' attention. His contagious love for music draws us into opening ourselves up to a new world, one that never judges or traps our minds in boxes. Dad has given me innumerable life lessons, but I believe the most important one is humility. He doesn't do tasks for rewards, but serves out of love. His lessons will forever echo in my mind. Be humble, be yourself, listen to others, work together as a group, never dwell. Your mood affects the music. Mr. Zalesniak's impact on me is life-changing. From Ellet, our top student is Ruth Ann Hawks, and the teacher is Kathleen Drozen. Come on up from Ellet. Ruth Ann writes, Mrs. Drozen was my 5th grade teacher and encouraged me to excel in all of my subject areas, but she particularly had me focus on math. Before her class, I had planned on becoming an author, but in her class, she told me I needed to focus on what I was naturally good at, math. She told me I should consider becoming an engineer, and I took her advice to heart. As the years went on, I only became more confident that she was right. Next year, I intend to major in chemical engineering at the University of Akron. Ms. Drozen helped me discover my career goals. From Firestone, our top student is Shannon Callahan, and the teacher is Diana Williams. This is from Shannon. I can say without a doubt that Diana Williams is one of the most influential individuals of my high school career. Her personal passion for chemistry reflects in her instruction as she excites her students to excel. She makes complex topics like organic processes relevant by relaying their usefulness in the industries of natural sciences. Her incredible influence has urged me to pursue chemistry as my major as I continue my academic career. Mrs. Williams has provided nothing but her best efforts in educating her students, and we are well prepared for any scientific future.
Garfield High School, top student, Sharia Johnson and Cheryl Paradise. Sherry says this about Miss Paradise. Over the course of 3 years, I was fortunate enough to have Miss Paradise as a teacher. She was nothing but amazing to me. For any concern or questions, I knew I could go to her for assistance. She guided me through my likes, dislikes, and anything between. She exposed her classes to different occupations and professions in the field as she took us to field trips and get pictures of information technology careers. She even walked us through obstacles when we enrolled in online college courses as part of her class. Ms. Paradise was also supportive in the simple tasks. Many students, myself included, didn't have a lunch period, and she would allow us to come to her room during her planning period to finish homework and to eat lunch. I can truly say I would not be here if it wasn't for her. Kenmore, top student, Joshua Starkey and Patrick Smith. Joshua writes, Mr. Smith has always gone out of his way to help struggling students, even in subjects he did not teach. He makes sure students learn materials, not just memorize it for the test. He taught me things I could use in everyday life and my career, such as the best way to do things is the right way, the first time. He also taught me the importance of discerning between right and wrong. Mr. Smith exceeded my expectations of a teacher, and I will never forget the valuable lessons I learned. Next, the Vikings. Top student, Andrew Cantrell, teacher Joan Cook. Andrew speaks highly of Mrs. Cook, saying, Mrs. Cook is a great teacher who does her best to help her students experience success. She has always taken the interest in my future goals and encouraged me to reach them. After having her as a teacher, I became her student helper and got to know her better as a person. She really cares and wants her students to succeed, not only in math, but in life.
Let's give one final round of applause for all of our technical. At this time, I'd like to invite Superintendent David James back up to present the 2015 Maryland Parks Lifetime Achievement Award.
Tonight, I have the great honor of presenting the Maryland Parks Lifetime Achievement Award. So let me tell you the story of the starfish. The story is printed in your program. An old man walked along a shore littered with thousands of starfish, beached and dying after a storm. A young man was picking the starfish up one by one and flinging them into the ocean. "Why do you bother?" the old man scoffed. "You're not saving enough to make a difference." "Made a difference for that one," the young man said as he flung a starfish back into the water. The Maryland Parks Lifetime Achievement Award was named after a committed, dedicated master elementary teacher who did not believe in leaving any child behind. She saved many starfish in her 25 years of service in the Akron Public Schools. The story of the starfish reminds us all of why we do what we do every day as committed professionals. Special thanks to Twan Dane Nguyen, Linda Dillon, and Peggy Griner for serving on the selection committee. And board members, would you please come up and help me present the awards? So the nominees tonight must have 20 years experience in the Akron Public Schools, serve as an ambassador of Akron Public Schools in their school community, have the respect and admiration of students and coworkers, inspire students of all backgrounds, and are committed to lifelong learning. The finalists for the Maryland Parks Award are printed in your program. Nominees, as your name is called, please come forward and receive special recognition for your 20-plus years of outstanding service to the students and staff of the Akron Public Schools. Julianne Hogarth, National Inventors Hall of Fame School, Middle School. Brian Nate, Kenmore High School. Teresa Nolan, Glover Community Learning Center. Marianne Maxwell, who is not able to join us tonight, but is from Case Elementary School. And Philomena Vincente from Leggett. All right, I invite you all to return to your seats for the next part of this presentation. Members of the selection committee, one of whom worked directly with Maryland Parks, had the difficult task of choosing one person from this select group for the 2015 Maryland Parks Lifetime Achievement Award. So let's thank them all again. The Maryland Parks 2015 awardee is an Akron teacher and has taught in our system for over 20 years. is dedicated to enriching the lives of students in Akron Public Schools, supports colleagues in the school where this person works, supports colleagues across the district. This person has established strong community partnerships with agencies like the Chapel and University Park Alliance. Like Marilyn, this person seeks partnerships outside of the city to extend the learning of her students. After 30 years as a classroom teacher, she transferred to the role of administrator and continues to serve Akron's children at Leggett Community Learning Center. Next, I believe we'll have Reverend Dr. Curtis E. Walker at the podium for our invocation. Thank you.
May we bow our heads?
We may.
We rejoice in our Thanksgiving that we are able to share in many ways to congratulate, encourage our honorees, our recipients tonight. And now we pause to break bread together to remember our calling and our commitment to education and to uplifting the lives of children as well as encouraging our colleagues. And so we ask as we break bread that you would bless it for the nourishment of our minds, souls, and bodies. In the name of our Lord we pray. Amen.
All of our building teachers of the year to please exit to the south doors. All building teachers of the year, if you would please exit to the south doors. I'd like to bring our 2013 and our 2014 Teachers of the Year, Timothy Zoliniak and Ron Goldry, to present our Teacher of the Year awards.
Hi, I'm Tim Zoliniak, and I teach band at UCLC, and I'm the 2013 APS Teacher of the Year.
And I'm Ron Boldry, the 2015 Teacher of the Year, and I'm the apprenticeship specialist working in the Office of College and Career Pathways Department. Thank you.
We are pleased to acknowledge the gifts and awards that we are about to bestow on our 2015 Akron Teachers of the Year. In a few moments, Mr. Black will come to the podium and recognize every building Teacher of the Year. Each building Teacher of the Year will receive the following: a signature Don drum deck placed to display to show off their achievement. Each teacher is wearing a special lapel pin designed by the Miller South students in Ms. Johnson's class. a one-of-a-kind portrait created by the courtesy of our APS student artist, a special proclamation from the legislatures and elected officers, including Governor Kasich, a supply allocation for the 2015-16 school year of $150, and our sincere thanks and gratitude from the school district. Mr. Black, please present our 2015 Building Teachers of the Year.
You know a man can't stand up here alone, so I recruited some help. We got some people help. She is our director of special programs, Tracy Butler. She can come and join me. Now, we're going to let you know what our titles are. We are the butchers, and sometimes we butcher names. If you butcher a name, please do not sigh, just clap. If you clap, no one will know. Okay? So we'll have Tracy start off by presenting elementary teachers of the year.
Let me turn to my back. This is so exciting. I feel like the wave should start or something. Who is the rowdy bunch back there in the corner? All right. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the elementary teachers of the year who were selected by their peers. And our first recipient is Tara Green from Helen Arnold CLC. Johnson. Linda McCormick, that is elementary. Kim Prattley, Betty Jane CLC. Katie Harris, Case Elementary. Teresa DeShane, Prout CLC. Patty Coe, Early Learning Program. Susan Verostic, Finley CLC. Sharon McCoy, Firestone Park Elementary. Lisa Porter, Forest Hill CLC. Pardon me, Lisa Porter, Forest Hill CLC. Melissa Billington, Glover CLC. Amira Polka, Harris Elementary. Shelley Kelly, Hatton Elementary. Jody Bronca, David Hill CLC. Jennifer Schaefer, King Elementary. And Sharon Fisker, Wandale Elementary. M. Kathleen Gill, Leggett CLC. Becky Taylor, Mason CLC. Bridget Ackenheiser, Midwest CLC. Megan Slayton, Piper Elementary. Cleo Lockhart, Portage Path CLC. Ann Pitt, Rednick CLC. Kelly Haslam, Reimer CLC. Nicole Pineapple, Richmond Karen Pruitt. Diane Fuller, Cyberling Elementary. Alicia Bishop, Smith Elementary. Camille Bivens, Boris, CLC. And last but not least, for the elementary, Ellen Bluebering, Windermere, CLC. And now back to the Director of Secondary Education, Mark Black.
Board members, Mr. James, the graduates, I felt like we're at a graduation. All that noise and chatter. All right, so now for secondary. Now, these folks will know how to walk across the runway. So you gotta work it when you come down here, okay? All right, here we go. From Akron Alternative Academy, Laura DeLoretta. There you go. From Akron Early College, Mona Catran. From Bridges, Melissa McClone. From both those CLCs, Lindsay Webb. From East CLC, John McLean. Also known as Matt. From Ellen High School, Don Durbin. From Firestone High School, Rose Langstaff. From Garfield High School, the one and only Ram, Sarah Leffler. From Higher, CLC, Jennifer Yergin. I know that's not Jennifer. I know that's not. From NSCLC, Thomas Maglione. From Jennings CLC, Michael McBennett. If you want a great pie and a good meal, you can find it at Kenmore High School, and the person that will be preparing it is the students of Clayton Hundred. From Roswell Kent Middle School, Connie Duff. From Litchfield Middle School, Kim Forsyth. From Miller South, for the Visual and Performing Arts, Eric Lane Reader. From Nipscomb High School, for the Teal and Silver, right there, all right? Yeah, Teal? Yeah, wrong color? Yeah, Elise Clark. From Nipscomb Middle School, Perkins Rainbow.
All different kinds.
And from North High School, the one and only Viking, Janice Greenblatt. Now, this is the time where Mary Kelly comes up and she will announce
When the space comes, you can do the space.
the winner like she has done in the past for the secondary, but before we do that, we'll have Ron Bolger come back up.
There we go. You know when you get nervous, you turn the pages.
I don't know. Who won last year? Not the one.
The gift items presented to the 8th Division Teacher of the Year are as follows. A signature Don Drum desk plate to display to show off to their achievement. Each teacher is wearing a special lapel pin designed by Miller South students and Malia Johnson's class. A one-of-a-kind portrait created by the courtesy of our APS student artists. A special proclamation from legislators and elected officials, including the government case process. A supply allocation for the 2015-16 school year of $150. The sincere and grateful thanks to the school district. Also, they get a $350 supply allocation for the 2015-2016 school year. A $50 gift card presented by the Akron Education Association, and a deep, sincere thanks of the grateful school district. Mary Kelly, will you present the 8th Division Teacher of the Year?
Hello, good evening. I am Mary Kelly, Executive Director of Elementary Education. It is truly an honor to be here to celebrate all of our teachers. And at this time, we are going to highlight our Division Teacher of the Year winners. So first, we would like to tell you they are made up of 8 representatives from all of the staff members who were just presented here this evening. So I'm going to call them up one at a time. And can we please give them a great round of applause as they come up to the podium. Representing the division, Melissa Billington. From Glover CLC. From King CLC, Jennifer Schaefer. And representing Barber CLC, Christy Johnson. And from Richmond CLC. Also at this time, I would like to ask for our elementary selection committee to please just stand and be recognized. John Dawson, Karen Lydell Anderson, Keith Lichty, Aaron Markovic, and Rachel Smithers Winters. Congratulations to our elementary division. As we move on to recognize our secondary, just a few things for you to know. These teachers had to submit an application to be considered for this honor. Then they had to undergo 2 interviews and then be selected for this prestigious award. At this time, would our secondary winners please come forward? Representing Kenmore High School, Clayton Condit. From Garfield High School, Sarah Leffler. From Nipton High School, Elise Clark. And from North High School, Janice Greenblatt. We would also like to take a moment to thank our secondary selection committee, if you would please stand. John Biltz, Tammy Caslanova, Yvonne Culver, and Chrissy Sims. Please join me again in congratulating the secondary.
And finally, the 2015 Akron Public Schools District Teacher of the Year will receive the following items. All of the items the building and division teachers of the year received, and
a dozen roses donated by Staircase Florist, a 30-minute blimp ride for two donated courtesy of the Goodyear Tire Roller, a laptop computer donated by CBWG, a portrait by Carmen Studios to be hung in the hallway at the outbuilding for 1 year before being sent to the teacher's school to serve in permanent display. An awesome gift basket from the LeBron James Family Foundation.
All in.
A certificate for 3 free graduate credit hours courtesy of Barb Baltrenick, Dr. Martucci, and Wendy Jewell of the University of Akron. And a trip to an educational conference anywhere in the continental United States to be taken within the next year. And now please welcome Dr. McWilliams and Mr. James to the podium to announce our 2015
Yeah, are you getting seasick?
So it is absolutely wonderful being here tonight. This is just an incredible village that we have here tonight, isn't it? What I'm always in awe at the amount of support that our teachers of the year have at overflowing tables who bring crazy things like what Robinson has, and we've got balloons and all of the celebrations, and that supportive feel is exactly what we are about in this district. And we have this village called these board members over here. That's Miss Veronica Sims, isn't she something? But it really is a village. When you look at how many school districts are going to have city council members here and county council members, and the mayor opening this event, a mayor that has done unbelievable things for education. You know, a lot of politicians like they're an education, politician, but this one really has done incredible things for our district, and I'm sure will continue to do so. Just the past few days, I was able to go to Richmond CLC. 3 times, 3 years in a row, they've been honored as, from the Ohio Department of Education, as a high progress school in the state of Ohio. They said when I was there, and the superintendent and I were also at Reimer, who got a similar award. What I loved what they said was about the village. They talked about the support of the parents and the community. And you saw our Maryland Parks Award winner, who is a master at creating a village. I love this city, and I absolutely love this district. And then we've got amazing principals. Just today, I went to Jennings CLC, and Rochelle Brown Hall, the principal at Jennings, was so excited to tell me about a math lesson. She was almost falling out of her seat. She was so excited because the teacher had higher order thinking skills built into the lesson, and she couldn't stand I got there to be able to tell me about the lesson. And then I went to North High School, and the principal, Rachel Petka at North, got tears in her eyes because there were still some students left who didn't pass the OGT, and it was killing her. That's what I love about this district. I love the passion. I love the heart of this district. We truly are a village with all the community and the city support that we have, and then the love that you feel in this room every single year that we're together. There's no other district like this. I hope you realize there is no other district like this. And I get the great honor to actually take all these representatives of the 2,000 plus teachers in the city, and I get to pick the one person who's going to be our representative, and it truly is our collective representative. It's our teacher, administrators, our city council, everybody in the city. This teacher represents everyone. So, are you ready? Yes. I am pleased to introduce our 2015 Akron Public School Teacher of the Year. We know that our District Teacher of the Year has taught in our district for at least 2 years. Our District Teacher of the Year has attended either Ashland University, Mount Union, Kent State, or the University of Akron. Our Teacher of the Year holds a bachelor's degree and holds or is working on a master's degree. This teacher serves on the School Improvement Planning Committee, is dedicated to the work of our professional learning communities and our 5-step process, and is a leader in that process. Principals have said the following about our Teacher of the Year. It is evident that mutual respect exists between the students and the teacher. The teacher's demeanor has a calming and positive effect on the students, resulting in an excellent climate for learning. The teacher communicates a belief in the potential of all students. This teacher seeks out opportunities to grow professionally beyond what is required. And the teacher motivates students to improve on a daily basis. Students have described our Teacher of the Year as their absolute favorite teacher, someone who cares about them, and students respect this teacher and work with and for this teacher to meet those high standards. Now, this teacher believes that he or she has to stay in the learner mode in order to be relevant. The teacher said, "I believe that it's the responsibility of more veteran teachers to share and mentor newer teachers. This is how we grow our profession. And at the same time, I believe that I can learn from them as well. I am committed to a culture of collaboration." This teacher also said, "I truly believe that teaching is an art form in which the teacher has to become a skilled craftsman in order to truly be effective. As I have continued in the profession, my belief that I can make a difference has grown into a passion. I know that all students can achieve at high levels. If I believe that all students can achieve, and when I have learners who don't, then I have to look at my own professional practice. To me, struggling learners are those who have just not recognized their own strengths. I believe that true student engagement begins with making that connection and helping learners recognize their own strengths." I actually believe that almost any teacher in this room could have been saying these words.
That's right.
In essence, we're empowering our students. I tell them that. I tell them that the only way I can be a winner as a teacher is if they are winners as students. So, Mr. James, please announce our 2015 Teacher of the Year.
So, STEM High School. Please.
I'm going to be very brief. First, I can't do anything or be anything without God. So, and I just want to say, so briefly, I'm just so thankful and humbled. This is just my life, passion. So, I don't know how you recognize somebody for doing what you just believe in. So I'm just so thankful for you all, and I wanted to say really quick to my STEM family, how you guys have just embraced me this year. And then I started thinking about you, and I can't stop thinking about OSI. Then I couldn't stop thinking about Garfield. Then I couldn't stop thinking about East and Central Howard. And everybody else said it, so I'm going to say Embukto, which is my alma mater as well. So I'm just so thankful. And lastly, and most importantly, my learners. Because without them, there is no me. We don't do anything without them. So I'm just so thankful and so inspired and just so grateful, and I promise that I will represent you all in the best way that I possibly can. Thank you.
I'm not. I'm cool. I'm cool. Let's do it again.
Well, first I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening, and a reminder for all of our awardees tonight, just follow Carla to pick up your gifts or your plaques or what have you. I'd just like to say in closing that, never underestimate the impact that you have, because you have had an impact on my own kids, graduates of APS, and I have one more going through APS. And so as a parent, I want to say thank you, because the work that you are doing is so important, and it's impacted me and my family. So have a good evening, and God bless. And